Alright, we're back and Spike Factory turn. And here's your abilities. A nice exploding ball. A ball that will produce sharp spikes. Balls that do extra damage to ceramics. All that good stuff. Good against MOABs and lay down carpets. So, with the Spike Factory tower upgrades, you get the reduced cost, increased lifespan, which means they will last 10% longer, which pretty much increases the tech speed, pretty much because if you place them towards the end, there'll be 10% more of them to get popped by balloons. Generate one free road spike every round. Cool, but if you're using the spike factories, you shouldn't be using the road spikes because you should already have spike factories in place. This might be useful like early on if you don't have the money for some reason to place down your spike factory. You can get a road spike for the first round or two to save up the money, or maybe if you're going for a banana farm. Yeah, I think going for early banana farm would be like the best use for this ability. But anyways, so yeah, that would be like the only reason why you could argue that this may be a good ability, but really it's not all that good when you got spike factories. Because your spike factories will produce a lot more. And then all spikes and balls pop 50% more. This means those road spikes will pop 50% more too. Pretty much increasing your damage with them even more. So, for a nice example of what this can do, I am gonna place down I think I'm going to do them right here. The reason why I'm doing them here instead of the most strategic location is because I want to actually demonstrate whether or not they get past. And I can't really do that in the most strategic location. And besides, they will produce anyway, so I give them time to produce their things and I'll be fine. It'll be almost the same as having them at the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. I have them all set up in this area. So as you see, the normal attacks are disappearing. They're getting all replaced with bombs. So give it a second, and should be all bombs now. Now I'm going to summon 5 of these guys. And we'll see how well they do. But yeah, as far as initial MLB power goes, the bombs do the best. As you see, all 6 of them had no problem taking out the 5. So, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, now we're going to build them towards the other side. Which with this, I'm going to do two different tests. One with using the spike abilities and one without. Why the two different tests? Because why not? Gives you a better picture of its limitations and stuff like that. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, I'm going to be testing out these 5 without using the spike abilities, which I'm expecting at least some of these should slip through. And they died. They excel in popping bosses' balloons. Be reminded. Not ceramics, though, but bosses they excel in, they claim. But yet the other one did a way better job holding off the bosses. Just to keep in mind. Now then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the best way to use these guys is to physically just use their ability. To litter the map with spikes to just kill off all the enemies. Because if the enemies get to them, they're not holding out too long. But even with using their abilities, they push this far against their defenses. Like, probably another one of these guys would have wiped them out. In fact, why don't we check? But definitely if there was another MOAB, not MOAB, COMG, they would have died. Health would have been lost. And dead. Or more importantly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them would definitely kill them. When past, murdered. Now then, just for interest of fairness, we're going to build up 6 of these guys. And then we're going to be doing 6 of the ZOMGs. So that way you can see 6 with 6. Still better with these guys. So we got 6 of them out. And they're looking ready to kill. Will they get through? I don't think so. Alright, so they got through a little bit, but not as bad as the other one. If I was to do this, and then on top of all that, believe really hard, and killed off all them, I could have a super monkey. That will do virtually no damage to these guys. In fact, it's the bombs that are doing more damage. Anyways, so yes, it does come in handy. Spike factories are always a good buy. They're especially good if you play on impossible difficulty because you can use them to get a little bit more banana farms up, which can help out. But, you know, they're pretty good. I would definitely say, though, that the right side is definitely stronger than the left side. As you saw, just to get slightly worse, I had to keep on spamming that special ability. So up next, we'll be covering the Hello Pirate. Which will be right here. I'll see you guys on the next video. And yes, definitely use the road spike.